Oh, dude, just reliving it right now for these couple of seconds, I'm like getting a freaking anxiety attack again. Welcome back to Dramatic Evaluation. In this video, I'm going to be doing my monthly what I've been watching for the month of May 2026. Please hook me up and like the video, subscribe to the channel, and please leave a comment. And if you think I'm wearing pants right now, all right, get real. So let's get right into it. Okay, so I finally got around to watching Frozen 2. I enjoyed Frozen. I really enjoyed the live action, like musical Broadway, well, off Broadway, I think West End musical that they put on Disney Plus. And for whatever reason, just never watched the second one. And years later, finally watched it, and it was good. It was good. I enjoyed it. I don't know, I probably enjoy the first one more just because I know it more and I've heard the songs a bunch more times and all that. But yeah, it was decent. I had a good time with it. Okay, our first of a couple absolute trash to avoid. So here is the first one. The Requin, I think is how you pronounce it. I'm not sure. On Netflix. This is Alicia Silverstone and some random guy who is a terrible actor. And they're staying in this like little bungalow thing on the beach, like at a resort. And there's a storm. They get swept out to sea. And then they're like surrounded by sharks and stuff. And they have to survive. Whoa, dude. What a tragically terrible movie. Just in all ways possible. First of all I thought Alicia Silverstone was like a decent actor. I remember her being good in Clueless, at least. She is so bad in this. So bad. The guy who's like her husband in the movie, so bad. The random like shots that they just like, oh, let me like grab this B-roll shot from National Geographic's trash can and throw it in here and so we can see the skyline or the shark or something. It was just and the effects with the shark and blood and stuff. Oh man, this movie was so bad, dude. It was I wouldn't recommend this to my worst enemy. This is one of the worst movies I've ever seen. I rated it a 4.2 out of 10, which is probably generous. Just goodness, dude. What a bad movie. You're probably better off just staring at a plate with a piece of poop on it for an hour and a half and call that a movie. You know what I mean? The Machine. This is a comedy with Bert Kreischer. I was always kind of anti-Bert Kreischer, to be honest. I didn't really like him. It was like, oh, cool. Funny gimmick. You take your shirt off and then you're just funny, like, for that. Like, and then, over the years, like, he's listening to him on podcasts and stuff. I still, quite frankly, I'm not a fan of just his vibe, his personality. I just, whatever. But, like, he grew on me enough to, like, finally get around to, like, watching this movie. Plus, it's a comedy, so I figured it'd be worth watching. Not really. It was not very good, dude. It's like an action comedy, inexplicable. That the action aspect of it is random and weird, and it wasn't that funny. There was a few funny moments in it here and there, but I don't know. Just not a comedy I'd really recommend, honestly. Okay, and here we go with number 2 movie that was absolute garbage. If I Had Legs, I'd Kick You, starring Rose Byrne. I watched this on HBO Max. What on earth? Why did they make this movie? Oh, I know. To torture people and give them stress-induced anxiety attacks and hopefully heart attacks because they're trying to kill everyone on the earth or something. That's the only reason I could think of making this movie. I saw this movie called Beau is Afraid a few years ago. I think it's an A24 movie. And it's like it very intentionally trying to make you uncomfortable, stressed out constantly. Just the way that it's shot, the sound design, everything about it. It's just like it's anxiety inducing. It's the point of the movie. I don't know why. I hate it, but I thought that was one of the worst in that regard. Nope, beat out by this one. It is outrageous, dude. Everything about this movie, it's all tight on her face. She's like constantly like stressed out and dealing with something. She's got this daughter dealing with this illness that we don't know what it is and don't know who the daughter is because she's off screen the entire movie, talking to her, screaming, yelling, crying, talking. And we just see Rose Byrne and we don't see her. So you're just like, show the girl. What is this? Like, Oh, dude, just reliving it right now for these couple of seconds, I'm like getting a freaking anxiety attack again. Don't watch this movie. I couldn't recommend this movie less. Worst movie of all time. Don't watch it. It's not worth it. There's nothing redeeming or good about it to be like, well, the performance, yeah, she was a good actor, I guess, but not worth sitting through that to watch that. Opus, I think also an A24 movie. This was pretty good. This girl or these people get to go to a pop star, a long like legend pop star. He's like older now, but he's like releasing a new album, and he invites people, this small group of people, to his compound to get a first to like listen to the album. Inexplicably, they cast John Malkovich as this pop star. It's very weird to me. And they go there, and then like some creepiness and weird stuff ensues, and find themselves in a bad situation that they're trying to escape out of. So it was pretty good. Honestly, like I thought the tension building was good, and you're kind of like, what the heck is going on? What is this big compound place that they're in? This is a cult, basically. Like, what's happening here? And then how everything plays out at the end. I enjoyed this movie. I thought it was pretty good. Send Help. I was looking forward to this movie for a long time. Ultimately, it was good. I enjoyed it. Maybe not quite what I was expecting or as good as I was hoping for, but I love Rachel McAdams is fine. She's good. I love Dylan O'Brien, who's in this. He's like one of my favorite actors. I love him and everything. He's a great actor. I hated his character, dude. I wasn't expecting him to be such a tool bag jerk character, right? But that's just, that's what it was. That's what the story was. But ultimately, it was good. I enjoyed it. A little bit like almost comedy horror type of movie, or like survival thriller kind of movie, I guess, but more so on the comedy, like dark comedy, I guess, side of it. But I don't know, it was good. I enjoyed it. I had a good time with it. Just kind of not what I was expecting and looking forward to the whole time. Greenland 2 Migration. So I loved Greenland. It was awesome, unexpected. I did not expect that movie to be so good, and it was just a really enjoyable action suspense thriller movie. And then the second one just it was not very good. It wasn't bad, but it just like, I don't know. It was just such a different movie. Such a different, like the whole first one, they're like trying to get to these bunkers to save themselves from the end of the world, and all this stuff's going wrong, and they're having to navigate this and that to get there. This one, they're already there, and it's like years later, and then like they're just like leaving to go somewhere else, and I don't know. It was kind of weak sauce, dude, and I didn't like what they did at the end. I won't spoil it, but yeah, it just, whatever. It wasn't that good. Balls Up. This was a new comedy on Prime with Mark Wahlberg and Paul Walter Hauser. I didn't expect this movie to be all that funny. They'll put out these comedies on Prime like this from time to time that are better than expected. There was one with Kevin James and Alan Richardson that I can't remember the name of now, that was actually like pretty good and pretty funny. There was some funny stuff in that, and a few other ones over the years recently, but this one, it wasn't bad, but it wasn't great. It was just kind of average. Definitely had some laughs in there, but some try hard stuff too, and some kind of like I don't know, it didn't really hit that hard for me as a great fun comedy. It's also kind of like action comedy too, but it's not that compelling on the action side either. So I don't know, it was fine. Watch it if you want to get around to it, but if not, you're not really missing anything. Crime 101 on Prime. This movie was good, dude. This was Chris Hemsworth, Halle Berry, Mark Ruffalo. Basically a guy who is robbing jewelers, handing off or transporting jewels or money or whatever, like, and he hits them up on the 101 on the freeway and like robs them, and he has like intel of like where they're going to be and how he's going to rob them and all that. And then Mark Ruffalo is like the cop or detective trying to like find he suspects, he like sees all these crimes happen on the 101, so he's like looking at that pattern and he's trying to like find him. And it was solid, dude. Honestly, this was a good like crime thriller suspense type of movie. If you are into that kind of thing, definitely recommend this. If you like Chris Hemsworth or any of those actors. And Halle Berry is still looking good, and she is in her at least 50s, and yeah, so props to her. This Is Not a Test. Oh man, I loved it. Loved this movie. And these next two movies make up for the trash pile of tons of, like, probably the most bad movies I've seen in a month up to this point here. But This Is Not a Test, so good. This is just classic zombie movie. Proof that you can just do a normal movie. All these movies are like, oh, well, this thing's done already, so we're going to do that, but we're going to like subvert expectations and change it and do this and do that and have this twist and this dream sequence and all these things and trick the audience. No, you can just make a movie, okay? You can just have a story happen and have it be good, right? There's just a zombie outbreak. These kids are trying to run and get away. They go hole up in the school. The teacher is creeping there, and they got to deal with that. And then they just have to try to survive and like move on. Awesome. I love it. Give me that straightforward movie. Do it well like they did in this movie. The actors were good. Yeah, highly recommend this if you like horror and zombie movies especially. They will kill you. They will make a rad movie that you love, dude. Holy crap, this movie. I loved it. Rated this a 9.1. This is the movie of the year for me right now. This is front runner, dude, for best movie of 2026. I thoroughly enjoyed this movie. Heavily recommend this movie. If you like horror, if you like epic cinematography, like cinematic shots, the fights, choreography, the fight scenes, like just these epic, just coordinated, planned out, awesome shots of just radness, dude. This girl goes to a hotel or a hotel because she's been separated from her sister, and she goes to try to find her sister and rescue her from this place that she's found out she's at this place, and it's like a nefarious, bad, notorious, whatever place. So she goes there, and then they all are like attacking her and trying to kill her, and she's trying to survive. And then there's another element to it that I won't spoil. Just watch this movie, dude. It was so good. I was smiling ear to ear watching like the fight scenes. I was just like, thank you for making something so rad, Like, it was just so fun and enjoyable watching what they put together for these action sequences and fight sequences. It was awesome, dude. I'm going to do a video on this movie for sure because I enjoyed it and highly recommend it. All right, that's it for movies. So let's go to shows. I watched Star Wars Maul, Shadow Lord. It's kind of the Clone Wars style animation, new Star Wars show. This was pretty solid, man. Like I was enjoying it like all the way through. They're nice, short, quick hitter, 25-minute episodes. 10 episodes, you can kind of get through it pretty quick, but I was watching it week to week. I usually don't do that, but for this, I was like, whatever, I'll just watch them as they come out. And it was a fun ride throughout, and then the last 2 episodes, the finale, like, whoo, they ramp it up, the awesomeness, the Star Wars nostalgia fan factor. Like, man, if you like Star Wars stuff and you've been watching their recent stuff, like, you gotta watch this. It was solid. I had a great time with it. Daredevil Born Again Season 2. I thought the first one, after watching a million hours of the original Daredevil, Jessica Jones, Luke Cage, all that stuff, Iron Fist, all to build up to watch the new, like, Born Again Season 1, and it sucked. It was boring. I hated it, and it was lame, and I was like, why'd they even do this? Season 2 was pretty good. It was pretty good. There was definitely boring moments here and there, because it's just the style of the show and what they do. But then there was good action stuff and good storylines and things going on with some of the characters that were interesting and developed and it felt much more like fleshed out and meaningful than Season 1. And I enjoyed it for sure. Beef Season 2. I liked Beef Season 1, but it was a little weird and it got weird at the end. Beef Season 2 is a completely different, it's like anthology. It's like a completely different story and different characters, and kind of did the same thing of like getting weird at the end. But I enjoyed this. It was great actors, good writing. So you're just enjoying yourself watching it the whole time. You're not bored or anything. You're engaged. Everything's well done and well made and well acted. And yeah, I liked it. It got pretty crazy at the end there. It ramps up, but like these characters, what they do with the show essentially is like every character sucks. Is like the worst, like just a bad person. There's no one where you're like, oh, this person sucks, I'm rooting for them. Like, you can pick who you want to root for, I guess, but like they all suck. They're all bad people. Even when you think like, oh, this girl is actually nice and sweet. No, she's bad. She's terrible. It's a piece of trash doing what she just did right there. Like I said, I enjoyed the show though, and it's on Netflix, and yeah, check that out. Jury Duty presents company retreat. I watched the first season of this, Jury Duty, where essentially one guy doesn't know, he's just a real dude from the world, doesn't know that everyone else in the show is an actor. And so it's like kind of like a comedy where they're putting him in these weird situations where he's like, is this real life? It's crazy. It's like, oh no, it's not real life. It's staged, but you don't know about it until the end when they reveal it. This one was great. They put like a lot more of a narrative together of like having this big climactic scene at the end where he has to like save the day and stuff, and it all like plays out successfully how they wanted it to, because this guy, they cast it well, and this guy like rises up to the occasion and does it, and it was good, man. It was enjoyable. I enjoyed the vibe of like having it be the company retreat where they're like out at that remote like camp glamp site area. I just, yeah, everything about it I enjoyed, and I definitely recommend both of those seasons, but this one in particular. And you don't need to watch the first one to watch this one. You can skip it if you want and just watch this. Stranger Things Tales from 85. I liked this, dude. This is an animated show in the Stranger Things universe. It takes place between seasons 2 and 3. So the kids are like young. It's all like voice acted by different actors. It's none of the original cast. And then they kind of weirdly have like a new character introduced. So it's kind of like, well, where is she in the show then? Like, so, it's kind of weird, but they do set that up as like she's a girl who her parents, like they move around. So maybe that's how they explain it away, as they'll move. But it's also immediately got renewed for another season coming up in the fall, so maybe she'll be in that, and they'll have her leave in that. I don't know, but this was really cool, really fun, action-oriented mystery, kind of like Stranger Things, the show, but just an animated version of it. Some of the stuff's a little over the top, which can be fun. There's just a lot more that they do with like Eleven, and her powers and stuff like that. Leaned a little too hard on the like, something's happening with some characters, and then they're like afraid and like, oh no, like the monster's jumping at me, and all of a sudden the monster like stops, it halts in midair, and then and then it pans over or like cuts over to, and you see Elle with her hand out, and she's like has stopped the monster and saved them. And that reveal of like, oh, it was her like stopping it. They do that like 632 times throughout the show. It gets to a point where like, okay, dude, like we stop doing that. Like, it's losing its meaningfulness and effectiveness when you like have that sequence of like shots. Like it's just like enough of it. We get it. She has powers. Just have her use the powers. You don't have to have that like reveal of like, ooh, it was her with her hand out. Like, okay. Other than that, though, I enjoyed it, and it was good. I recommend it. The Boys season 5, pretty good. A little bit slow going in the beginning for me, and then a little erratically jumping around a bit for me throughout it, but ultimately it killed off a bunch of characters, and it got down to the point, and it finished up. This was the series finale, so it wrapped everything up, or at least the main thing they needed to wrap up. I liked it. I think it got a lot of criticism here and there for certain things, but for me it was good. It did what it needed to do for me, and I enjoyed it. And the Terminal List, Dark Wolf, I loved the Terminal List, the first one. This one is a prequel, and the character it focuses on mainly is actually a character I really liked from that, because it's an actor I really like. It's the guy who plays Tim Riggins in Friday Night Lights, Taylor Kitsch. And this was more of like a Mission Impossible vibe, where it's like this group of people kind of doing these like covert ops and like things. The first season it was just him like kind of like doing his thing. This is like kind of a group of people, and they're figuring things out. And yeah, I don't know, it was a really good action thriller suspense kind of show, and if you like that kind of thing, and you like anything with like a military aspect to it like that, because these are guys who are like kind of mercenaries or like former military, then I think you'll like this, and you should check it out. And that'll do it. There's other stuff I watch, but definitely watch more shows than movies this month, but that was the bulk of it right there. And yeah, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. Leave a comment, please. Let me know if you watched any of these, what you thought about them. Stay tuned. Until next time,